Our question in this episode comes from a man named Andrew who lives in Norway. And he has a perspective on something that I don't think I've been asked about before in this series of episodes. It seems that Andrew was a missionary and encountered some demonic forces. He writes, as a missionary in Malaysia, I had an out-of-the-body experience, and a demon approached me. I was discouraged at the time and said, okay, I have enough. Do whatever you want. Did I make a pact with the devil? I have suffered since. Andrew, my heart goes out to you because even though you were a man of God serving the Lord on the mission field, obviously Satan took advantage of a situation. I don't know what it was that caused you to be so depressed and discouraged, but Satan will take advantage of those situations. Remember the prophet Elijah? Right after he had this great victory at Mount Carmel and defeated the forces of Jezebel and the prophets of Ashtoreth and Baal. Well, Jezebel threatened his life, and we find him just not long after that hiding away by a brook and wanting to die and asking God to kill him. Quite discouraged. We all get discouraged, so don't be too hard on yourself, Andrew. However, somehow Satan took advantage of this. And you unwisely, in your state of depression, gave up. But you did a little bit more than that. And yes, it's entirely possible that you did make a kind of pact with the devil, a deal with the devil. And he's taken advantage of that to attack your life ever since. Understand that depression can be spiritual, it can be psychological, it could be biochemical. And it's possible there were a number of factors affecting you. And you might have been in a weakened physiologic condition. Your body may have been compromised. Your mind and emotions may have been, just from a physical standpoint, compromised. And that puts you in a situation where Satan knew he could strike. So how do you get this corrected? Well, I'm sure there are many times you've said to the Lord, forgive me for what I said. Well, the Lord has forgiven you. Now, if perchance you have not asked him, certainly you should do so. Ask the Lord to forgive you for that indiscreet statement that you made, basically yielding yourself to the devil. Now, Andrew, sometimes we all do really dumb things, and God in his grace overlooks it, and he protects us in spite of ourselves. And I have no way to understand why sometimes the goodness of God allows us to get by with things we shouldn't have done, and at other times we get slammed for it. Unfortunately, it appears as though you have suffered some consequences, and there may be more to this story that I'm not reading in your question. For example, there may be generational curses going way back, some evil, some witchcraft that the devil tapped into and pushed you to this place. There may have been some trauma, some unfortunate things in your own life that you had not dealt with that put you in that situation. My heart goes out to you, and I'm not judging you, but I must wonder what else was going on. It had to be something more than just discouragement that would cause you to give up and say, Satan, life isn't working. Go ahead and do what you want. I think there was more to it than that. And I think you should try to find some help, some counseling that will enable you to understand that. And I would encourage you to have a Skype session with me. Actually, I have people fly to see me from all over the world. If you could afford it, to get on a plane and come see me, and let us spend some time together in a personal encounter session. It could be life-changing. We could get a lot of this, maybe all of it, resolved. And if you can't get to me in person, then please, let's do a Skype session over the internet, and let me see you and let me talk to you and see what we can do to get this resolved. I see miracles happen almost every day because of our Skype sessions. I think you asked the question because you were reaching out for help. So keep reaching out. If you made some kind of deal with the devil, let's get it canceled. Let's resolve it so you can move on and have the call of God upon your life restored. The most frequent demon that I deal with is the spirit of Jezebel, the most prevalent evil spirit of our age. This demon wants to destroy your health, your finances, your marriage, your family, and your church. Learn the tactics of Jezebel throughout history and in the time in which we live. My book, Jezebel, Defeating Your Number One Spiritual Enemy, is your key to overcoming this demon, which is more prevalent than at any time in human history. Get your copy today. Jezebel, Defeating Your Number One Spiritual Enemy.
He took the curses away from me. Was he Bob Larson? Because he can help you.
If your life isn't all that it should be, if relationships aren't working, if your health, your finances, or your spiritual life are unhappy, schedule a personal one-on-one encounter with me. We'll get to the root of the issues that are holding you back. We'll give you answers and a whole new direction in life.
Oh, what a change, what a difference when you have an encounter with God.
Take action. I look forward to seeing you soon.
We encourage your support for this worldwide outreach to do what Jesus did. For the latest information on resources, seminars, conferences, training institutes, retreats, and international missions, go to boblarson.org. Thank you for your prayers and financial partnership.